Hey, welcome back to Left 4 Dead Garage. I've been waiting over 2 years to make this video. It is finally time. I know you can see the excitement on my face. I'm really, truly excited though, I gotta say. Because the 55 is finally in the shop. And it's not just here to sit. It's time to get started on this thing. I can't go whole ham on it because I've got, you know, side jobs and stuff like that. You know, I've got to try to balance that guy in there, got to get that guy in there. There's 4 more vehicles that need to be in this spot too. So I'm going to go as I can, and this will be the inside, you know, so I got heat in here. It works even better when I got the door shut. But so I want to work on this as much as I possibly can, but I've got to balance other stuff too. I probably should have watched the other video I did on when I got the parts and talked about the car, because honestly I don't know how much I covered of what it came with and you know what I've got. But I guess that's what this video will be. We'll just talk about the car. I'll show you what I've got, what I'm working with. I'll tell you what I don't have is I used to have a back window, and then when I loaded on the trailer last night, it was just sitting in there. I was like, let me move it to a safe spot so I don't break it. Well, guess what? I was raking my back window up out of the yard today, so gotta get another one of those. But yeah, 55. This is actually a Belair car. That really actually doesn't bother me one bit that it is. I mean, it's, you know, doesn't make me happy that it is. I don't really care. I just wanted a solid 55. Actually, I would rather it not be a Belair car, to be honest with you, just because I don't care for the fender spears. But I'm not welding that stuff up, so, you know. I got to vacuum it out. It's still got pine needles and whatnot from when I hauled it home from South Carolina. You see it's pretty solid. It's had some repairs. I don't know if you can tell or not, but, you know, at some point somebody's put patches in it, and then it's actually had a whole firewall put in it, so I need to weld the toe boards. It's got, you know, a little small hole here. Probably need to fix some of this stuff. It's had a tunnel. I wish I could figure out what that says, but it actually come with another tunnel. I don't know why, because there's nothing wrong with this one. Same way with over there. It's got a few piddly holes. Nothing that would require like patches whatsoever. Same with the trunk. Door has a little down here in this corner. The driver's side's got a little spot at the back there. It's got a few whoop-de-doo, you know, spots in the quarter down here. But yeah, this car is actually a Neptune green car. It's been a couple of colors. It looks like green, yellow, and then I guess this was like a red primer, and the last color was black. So fender's in really good shape. It's got a few dings here and there. No big deal. Nothing I can't fix. Eyebrows are absolutely perfect. Hood's in great shape. This fender's just as well. A few little pinholes right here. Nothing major. This door looks good right there. Looks like it's starting to have some issues here. A little dent here. A little bit of work here. Needs a little work right there. Other than that, I mean, it's the only thing I bought. I did it steering column for it. This tail panel, it needs replaced. The wheel well, like the spare tire well, is even great. So I'm working with a pretty good car. It came with a bunch of doodads, have all the dash, the radio, the cluster, like a really nice cluster, a really nice clock. Ended up buying a black stock steering wheel. There's just tons of stuff. Like somebody actually bought, like all the heater stuff is new. The headlight buckets, there's like new headlight buckets. I don't know if those horns are new or they restored them. Spare pedals, all this stuff I could sell. and recoup a little bit that doesn't belong in there. But like the hood hinges have been, somebody started restoring stuff, and like even, it's all labeled. Door bolts. Some of this was from the 4-door. There's a, I think it's a door switch. Tag light pieces. Let's see, grill, bumpers, top left, lower clip nuts. It's all bagged. It's all tagged, which is kind of neat. Still has a factory radio, which I'm just going to put all that stuff right back. All the heater stuff. There's a new battery box, or battery tray rather. Then there's the hold down. Tons of this dash stuff, that bow tie deal. And I've actually got a good, horn ring. This the chrome one. That one's been sprayed black. Bunch of handles and rubbers, and oh, here's the clock. So all that stuff. Lots of extras, which is great. It's got window rubbers, which I don't know if I would use them because, I mean, I don't know how old some of this stuff is. But it may be better than anything I can get. Maybe better than anything I get today. It's not dried up or anything. It's still soft. Wiper motor, but that's an old vacuum style. Probably do a rain gear. Looks like a new heater core. I mean, obviously it's not brand new today, but it doesn't look like it's ever been used. That's a bunch of stainless stuff. There's a Speedo. All kinds of stuff in there. Spare tail light stuff. One of these boxes, there's new old stock Napa tail light lenses. And then new old stock wiper blades, heater control. There's some headlight bezels and stuff like that. But yeah, I got a good bit of stuff. I mean, as far as any major surgery, I'm going to do a firewall, recessed firewall in it, so that way I can run the motor in a stock location and not really have to worry about headers in the steering box and oil pan to tie rod clearance. And then here's some like this stuff was purchased in December of 1985, and then like this is an actual Delco hood and trunk badge, and that's the same as well. But man, that Delco one, you know, somebody doing a real deal resto would probably pay dearly for it. But I'm gonna close it. That'll be it for tonight. Jump back on this thing tomorrow and try to get this body off the chassis. So I have another chassis for it. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away. Competition Products, race parts sold by racers since 1970.
All right, well, I guess step one is let's get this sheet metal off. Probably should put these up before I hide them somewhere. This hood's just sitting on here. Maybe I should move you. I'd like to try to not break that windshield. That would be fantastic. Ugh. I feel sure when I put this front end together that I didn't like put forth a whole lot of effort. I know it's bolted here. Maybe it's bolted down there. can't even remember. I know this side's not. Radiator support's just sitting there, so I need to buzz the radiator support loose. Those fenders up there. Those bolts up there, I mean. So those are 7/16. That's 9/16. I like to hurry up and get this door shut because according to the inside shop thermometer, it's like 42 in the building. Oh, there was a nut and washer in there. Oh, that's right. I had to do that because I didn't have the correct stuff. I think that's all that's holding it on there. I gotta figure out where to put this stuff now. Alright, it's just sitting there. I used all kinds of stuff, didn't I? It is bolted in. The original shim and bushing. So I'm just going to take this stuff and put it right back on here. Well, I say original, you know, who knows? I have no clue if it is or is not. I gotta say, these things look kind of cool in the front end on them. I don't know what it is about them. Maybe it has something to do with the wide Trans Am wheels that don't fit for diddly because they hit the ball joint and they didn't roll well. So let's see. I'll saws all this off because it doesn't come out. And I'm going to leave all the steering stuff as intact as possible. Most people cut it off anyway, so I'll probably just saw it off. The body is just sitting on this chassis because I have another chassis. I don't know if I said that already or not, but there is another chassis that came with these cars because I bought a 2-door and a 4-door, and I sold the 4-door already. So I got to pick and choose what I wanted as far as parts went. And I kept as much of the best stuff as I possibly could. All right, let me get jack stands and get ready to start jacking this body up, and hopefully I've got enough stuff like some sort of timber or tubing or something to run across this way on the rockers. I can't get it out. Hold the body up so I can get this chassis out. So I'll be right back. All right, I got the back dropped down and the back of the body is just sitting on jack stands at the moment. So my plan is to get the chassis on the ground, and then I'll start working the body up high enough. I got a couple of these, I believe they're 8 foot wide. They're actually load bars for a tractor trailer. Anyway, let me saw this off. Now the jack stand's on the pinch weld, so it shouldn't hurt anything. I'll barely cut that shaft short enough. All right, so now what I'm gonna do in the back, I'm gonna jack the body up and put this this tubing under there. I'll take you back there. So if it falls, we'll have an action shot. Gonna play some floor jack Jenga here. You know, half of everybody I know said, call me and I'll come and help you. But I'm hard-headed. I don't like bothering people. So. So we'll scooch it back here, which the pinch weld is probably a whole lot better idea than where I was planning on going. And then they have to be wide enough to clear the tires, which we are good on this side. So can I go up? Ease it down. And then I'll do the front. And then when I get the front sitting on the aluminum tubing, I'll go side to side and get it up high enough. If you think this is bad, this is actually really good compared to the last body that got pulled off in here. It was a 4-door S10 Blazer, complete body. And we used plastic drums and landscaping timbers. So this right here is like OSHA approved compared to that. So now I'll go side to side to get it up high enough. Somewhere I have a picture of that contraption. And then we had to get the body up high enough to roll the K5 chassis underneath that was sitting on 38-inch Maxxis axle snappers. I can't remember what they were. Yeah. So this is actually amazingly safe compared to that plan. Well, even if I gotta go like that, it'll be all right. Just go a little bit more. If I can get one more out of it. Oh yeah. All right, so got the front pretty high. May have to scooch way back here. I may have to do the back like I did and go by the trunk pan, which is fine. All right. One, two, three, four. So 4 notches up. That still won't clear. I could take the wheels off and just let it drag. It ain't far from it. go a little bit more. I'd probably have to go about 5 more inches to clear the frame hump. Kind of see. Or 3, whatever the width of that tubing is, but this is plenty high. I'll just take the wheels off and then put the drums on my dollies. Got to get them up under Chris's truck, but put them on the dolly and then just roll it out. Well, I could probably just leave the rear end on the jack. Just let the jack kind of follow along. Because honestly, that front don't roll the greatest anyway. So I may just leave it on the jack. Probably won't roll straight, but I mean, it ain't going far either. This chassis seems to be in okay shape, so. Even that's close. It may not clear. May have to just drag it out. It'll drag on the U-bolts. Could always go put the block under the tubing and go side to side, like my original plan was. I guess I should probably go clear path, huh? So let me clear a path and we'll drag this thing out. All right. I'm gonna drag this thing forward a little bit. Well, attempt to drag it forward because the wheels rub the ball joints. Man. One side's gonna clear and one side ain't. That's just great. So, my jack's tied up. Didn't think about that. Yet another reason why I should probably have 2 floor jacks. Now what? This side needs to go up 1 click. That's it, just 1 click. Got a bottle jack, but that'll take a half a forever. My screw jack's too tall. Screw jack might work under the back. I swear this thing has got to be one of the most handy things I've ever made. All right, we might clear. Gotta move you. Oh no, I'm hitting that one now. I don't think it'll go down low enough. I think it'll clear by just a touch. I'm gonna set that back down because it's only on there by like hopes and dreams. It'll be all right. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh yeah, barely cleared it. All right, jack it back up and put the wheels on it, and just roll it out of the way a little more, and I carry that body cradle cart thing down here. Well, unfortunately, this frame isn't any good. Look at this. It's a little bent to me. That side's not like that. So it's field art or scrap metal or parts. It's got good horns on it. I mean, but yeah, that's taking a lick there somehow. The front looks fine though. I mean, it's got some. It's not wonky. Doesn't look like it's been clipped anywhere. But yeah, that's not the look of good. It's all right. We got another one. It's already been painted, and it's got a little puny disc brake 10 bolt under it, like what they use under these things. So that's where somebody. I mean, it clearly fits a tripod chassis. I mean, if you're not planning on making big power, then it'll probably be all right. I mean, it'll work till it won't. You know, that's kind of how it is. It's got new Speedway disc brakes on the front, which I'm selling those. I'm not using them. Well, we made progress by putting it in the shop and managed to completely tear it apart and make a bunch of work for ourselves. So, but that's how that's just where it's going to start, how it's going to be. Crap, I didn't put this bezel back up. But we'll carry that body cart down here. It had Chris's Chevelle body on it, so I mean it's not going to be a direct fit, but it'll give me something to work to, And I don't know, I'm either gonna go to Harbor Freight and get some 10-inch pneumatic casters with 4 swivels. That way I can spin it around in here and move it in and out. Or I've got some wheels and tires and spindles off of a airport luggage carrier thing, like a tug trailer, that I may use. But I'll have to build like a steering system for that. And I could go get those Harbor Freight ones and be done in a whole lot shorter time. And I could spin it around in here sideways if I needed to do something else in the front half of the shop. Well, let me go get this thing and we'll see what we're working with.
Well, this is probably the most uneventful video I've ever done on a project. Almost didn't post this because I felt like I was wasting your time with even sharing this video with really nothing going on other than me fiddling and wasting entirely too much time on this stupid cart buggy thing. Yeah, what I thought I could do in a few hours ended up wasting like 3 or 4 evenings trying to make this thing right, and it ended up sagging like a soggy saltine, and I had to go digging around, and then I scabbed this angle iron down both sides, and it still has the swoop enough to where that you can see the car. I don't know if you can see it or not, sits downhill in the back. Well, I'm gonna close this video out. It's Christmas Eve, and well, I've not been in the shop in 5 days. Almost the entire house has been blessed with the old Christmas flu or whatever's going on. It has spun me out, to say the least. I still sound kind of funny, feel kind of terrible, still feel kind of terrible, and I have not got anything done. I had to miss 2 days of work. I don't miss work unless I'm seriously sick. So it's pretty rough, and then I've had free time down here, and I've not been down here. It's also put me behind on Chris's truck. Matter of fact, just talked to Chris through text. He's in the hospital or he is at the emergency room with potentially a worse version of what I've got. The 383 truck's been here a week, and I've not touched it. I need to touch base with those guys and be like, hey, I've not been in the shop. This thing, was hoping to actually have some sort of actual work done to it, but that kind of fell apart too. The only thing I did discover is I actually had this trunk panel this whole time and didn't know it. It looks so bad, I don't even think I'm going to use it. I think I'd just rather buy a new one, maybe give this one away or something. But yeah, it goes right here. And I had planned to go to Classic Chevy, which is here, and which is right across town here, and pick up the trunk brace and that back panel. But like I said, being sick has whooped me. So, but for not a very good way to start on the first video of the actual car build, but we will definitely stay on it as much as possible. Like I said, I have to balance side work and such, and get this thing in here, you know, to find time and whatnot. But it's in the building. I've officially started on it. 2 years too late, but you know, I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. All right, I'll quit rambling. I gotta get back in the house. The wife was asking me where I was going when I was putting clothes on to come down here to do this video. And thanks for watching Left 4 Dead Garage. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. We'll see you on the next one.